Welcome to Asian Star Trend. Our channel updates hot news about Asia's most popular stars. Please subscribe and comment to help us update better videos. The internet is ablaze, and at the center of the storm are two names, Yulong and Mie Mie. What seemed at first like simple gestures, passing a bottle of water, adjusting a microphone, a quiet glance between takes, has now been revealed as something far more profound. These are not just acts of courtesy. They are fragments of a story that, piece by piece, the audience has learned to read like poetry in a world that rarely slows down. Their moments together have become rare pauses, a soft gaze, a fleeting smile, a wordless understanding. It has left millions asking themselves a timeless question: is there really someone out there destined just for me? Perhaps that's why this pairing resonates so deeply. It is not built on grand declarations or flashy spectacles, but on details so small they might have gone unnoticed if not for the sincerity behind them. On screen, they meet at the intersection of light and shadow. Off screen, they seem to meet at the intersection of coincidence and inevitability. What do we take away after watching? Maybe it's a reminder that affection doesn't always roar, it often whispers. That true connection isn't in dramatic gestures but in the ordinary moments we choose to share. Again and again, as the credits roll and the screen fades to black, viewers are left with a quiet hope that somewhere, in the vastness of this world, there may be someone who will look at them the way Yulong looks at Mie Mie. And if such a look exists, maybe it's worth believing in. He once walked alone through endless nights, a silent figure carrying unspoken pain. The world saw him as unshakable, but even iron, when left in the dark too long, grows cold. Then she appeared, Mie Mie, like the first morning light. Gentle, bright, innocent, yet somehow unbreakable by every logic. Their worlds should never have touched. Yet fate, with its strange timing, chose to let them meet. And in that moment, everything changed. Yulong has never said "I love you" on screen or off, but every glance he gives her seems to whisper, "You are my only exception." His love is not loud, it is a quiet strength. He laughs when she laughs, and when her world wavers, he becomes the ground beneath her feet. There are no grand declarations, no fireworks, just an unwavering presence that says, "I will not leave." He doesn't ask for fiery passion. What he seeks, and what he gives, is something far rarer, the promise to stay. When he steps back, it is not retreat but shelter. When he reaches out, his hand is always there, just in time. Perhaps that is why their story has set the internet alight. In an age addicted to noise, the simplest moments between Yulong and Mie Mie feel like a revelation. They remind us that love does not always need words. Sometimes, it only needs two people willing to choose each other, over and over again. As we watch their shadows meet on screen, we are left with a quiet hope that somewhere, someone might hold us with the same kind of steadfast gentleness he once walked through endless nights, a shadow carrying pain he never spoke aloud. Loneliness shaped him, but it never hardened him. Even in darkness, Yulong kept a piece of warmth alive, hidden behind a composed exterior. It's not that he feels nothing, it's that he has learned to be careful, to be restrained, to protect the fragile places no one else sees. Then she appeared. Mie Mie entered his life like the first morning light, gentle, bright, resilient. By all logic, their paths should never have crossed. Yet fate, in its quiet mischief, arranged the most unexpected meeting. Yulong has never been one for dramatic declarations. He has never said the words "I love you." But his glances tell another story: "You are my only exception." His trust is not blind, it's born of seeing her heart, a heart that softens only for him. There are countless kinds of love in this world. Some are fierce, some are fragile. Theirs is like a cup of warm water, not scalding, but steady, comforting. When she laughs, he laughs. When she hurts, he stays. He doesn't ask for grand passion, only someone willing to stay. So he stays. When he steps back, it is to be her shelter. When he reaches out, his hand is always there in time, and perhaps that is why their story has set the internet alight. It is not the drama that draws people in, but the simplicity. They remind us that love does not always shout. Sometimes, it is a quiet hug that melts 1,000 moments of loneliness. To be loved, truly loved, by someone who stays, that Their story teaches us, is the rarest treasure of all. He once walked alone through endless nights, carrying pain that no one else could see. Loneliness had shaped him, but it never managed to extinguish the quiet warmth he guarded so carefully. To the world, Yulong seemed unshakable. Only he knew how fragile he truly was beneath the surface. Then Mie Mie appeared. Like a ray of light, she reached into the softest, most hidden corner of his heart. She didn't break through his walls, she waited, patient and gentle, until he opened the door himself. For the first time, he allowed his truest, most vulnerable self to rest. Their story reminds us that no matter how heavy your past, it does not have to define your future. If you give fate a chance, it may guide you towards someone who sees your scars and still chooses to stay. Perhaps the greatest gift in life is not starting over, it is finding someone who will walk beside you through every mark left behind, and together, step towards something softer. Yulong has never been a man of loud declarations. He has never needed to say "I love you." Instead, his care hides in the smallest of gestures, a glance across a crowded room, a steady hand offered without words, a soft call of her name. These quiet acts speak louder than any vow. Together, Yulong and Mie Mie have turned pain into tenderness. They show us that true connection doesn't demand drama. It lives in presence, in gentleness, in choosing every day to stay. And as viewers watch their shadows meet on screen, they carry away a simple hope, that love, when it finally comes, will feel like this. The way Yulong looks at her is delicate yet unshakable. It isn't a stare, but a gaze from deep within, as if to say, "You are my only one." And when Mie Mie looks back, her quiet smile answers simply, "I understand." This silent exchange has become their language. It draws viewers in because, in their eyes, people see something they've almost forgotten: trust, reliance, and a pure kind of love that doesn't need words. In an era of endless noise, their connection feels like a refuge. Their names dominate trending lists not for scandal, but because people can stop blessing them. "Look at their eyes," one viewer writes. "This must be real love." Another confesses, "I never ship couples, but these two make me believe again it isn't just fantasy. It's everyone projecting their own longing for something real." And at a time when so much feels fragile, their quiet companionship stands out as something rare. Yulong never says "I love you," yet he's always there, to catch her, to shield her. Mie Mie never swears eternal devotion, but her eyes never leave him. Together, they've built a love with no noise and no gimmicks, just small acts that have conquered countless hearts. Perhaps that's why their story resonates. It reminds us that fate has its own timing. When they first met, it was just a nod and a smile. Who could have known that smile would grow into the most important presence in each other's lives? A man as cautious as Yulong isn't easily swayed. But fate placed Mie Mie in his path, and every time he turned around, she was there. That's what fate is, a quiet promise from the universe that no one has to wander alone. Yulong and Mie Mie's love feels like a story carefully written by fate, one we are simply fortunate enough to witness. Real, lasting love is rarely about fireworks. It is a quiet confirmation, again and again, "You are the one I choose." When they first met, Yulong didn't open his heart easily. His love unfolded slowly, step by step, through patience and protection. He needed to be sure she belonged in his world, and she needed to see that his sincerity was real. That slow pace became their foundation. No loud confessions, no dramatic declarations, just a steady rhythm of care in every glance, in every small act, in the silent waiting. They write the same words into each other's lives, "I care about you." Because when someone becomes your exception, you take your time to be sure their story is not just another sweet drama. It is a living portrait of love, not spoken, but engraved in the heart through countless quiet gestures, meant to last a lifetime. So, do you believe in fate? If you have ever doubted, look at Yulong and Mie Mie. Some people don't appear because you chase them. Fate places them in your path at the right time, in the right way. Their love is like a gentle song, not loud, but full of feeling, not exaggerated, but deeply moving. If their story has touched you, tell us what fate looks like in your own life. Together, let us witness this fairy tale love as it quietly unfolds. And may you, too, meet the person who brings light into your world.